make a mistake, when you go and rob, when you go and steal, when you go and kill, you end up where? In jail or dead. But how did the white man take over this land? He killed, he robbed, he pillaged. Right. But he didn't get the same judgment, right? They come. Just like it's a judgment, when you break a law, you gotta go to jail or you gotta die. They don't have those judgments because it was set for you. He told you to be like something. He told you to be like something, right? So let me ask you something. Why the hell are we so far down low? Why the hell did this happen to our people, right? If God chose us and he gave us the laws, he made us the special people, why the hell we not on top? Huh? Because we don't search the Bible no more for the answers, but we search the homeboy on the block. We search the young YN dude right here. We search the drugs for solutions. We search the alcohol for solutions. We do everything but search this Bible.
The body of Christ, you know, that make up the whole family. You got the genealogy of Ben,
Isaiah,
and then you have the genealogy of
Isaiah.
Hey, watch this, bro. Hold on. Now you saying a lot, right? And I like what you're saying, and I like that you already know who the chosen people of God are, right? But we gotta let everything come through the Bible. You understand what I'm saying? Come on.
Isaiah chapter 44 and verse 1. Get now here, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen.
So just like you said, bro, you said, you know, we the chosen people, right? Now that's coming straight out of the Bible. We are the chosen people. The people of Jacob, that would be the so-called 12 tribes, right? Now look at this. When you look at this, you see on the left-hand side, that's what America calls you, right? That's what America calls you, right? Hey, my man right here. My man right here just walked up. My name is Samson, bro. We was just talking. He said he knows we the chosen people, right? Did you ever hear that? We the chosen people? I know. You know that, right? So look, in knowing that, you got to know who you are according to the Most High. So what we going over right now is what America calls you and what God calls you, right? So when you look at this sign, where do you see yourself? Your nationality?
I don't see nowhere. I see you.
Where you see American blacks? American black. That's what America will call you, right? But God called you tribe of Judah. You got to think. Right. American black comes from two white conquerors, right? America is Amerigo Vespucci, right? Africa is Leo Scipius Africanus, right? Now we are God's chosen people. So I got a question for you. If we're God's chosen people, why the hell are we moving the way we moving, right? When I pulled up, this corner right here had about 5 of our people, and you know what I'm saying? Watch this, watch this. I'm going to show you how to get there. I'm going to show you what our people could do. But first you got to understand why we in the conditions we in, right? Because, let me ask you something. If I was to ask you right now, what tribe do you come from? I just showed you. You from the tribe of Judah. And knowing that you are a chosen people of God, there's requirements of you, right? God expects certain things from you. You got to think about it. Give me Deuteronomy 28:15. You got to think about this. Actually, give me Psalms 147 first. Because the Lord, you just read that? Watch this. Hey, bro, right there. Watch this. We're going over who God's chosen people are. And being God's chosen people, he requires certain things of you. And this is why. Watch this.
Psalms chapter 147 and verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob.
He shows his word unto the 12 tribes of Israel. So he's showing his word unto you, my brother right here. I didn't get your name. Daquan.
Yep. His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
He shows his statutes and his judgments unto Israel, unto you, right? That's why when you make a mistake, when you go and rob, when you go and steal, when you go and kill, you end up where? In jail or dead. But how did the white man take over this land? He killed, he robbed, he pillaged. Right. But he didn't get the same judgment, right? Finish that off.
He have not dealt so with any nation.
That's because God's not dealing with them. He didn't give them the laws and statutes like he gave y'all. Go ahead.
And as for his judgments, they have not known them.
And just like it's a judgment for y'all to get killed, when y'all break a law, for y'all, they come. Just like it's a judgment, when you break a law, you gotta go to jail or you gotta die. They don't have those judgments because it was set for you. He told you to be like some. He told you to be like some, right? So let me ask you something. Why the hell are we so far down low? Why the hell did this happen to our people? Right? If God chose us and he gave us the laws, he made us a special people, why the hell are we not on top? Huh? Now Deuteronomy 28:15. Watch this. I'm going to show you why. I'm going to show you why we're not on top. My man right here. What's your name? Oscar. Oscar Daquan.
I'll be back.
Okay, Oscar, listen to this. Watch this.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15.
This is why we are no longer on top, Oscar. Oscar, right?
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Right. So, Oscar, come up real quick so I can talk to you. I don't want, you know what I'm saying? It says, if you will not hearken, read it again.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
You know what it means to hearken? It means to listen, right? It's saying if you will not listen to the voice of the Lord thy God, remember, the Lord is dealing with you. He chose y'all. He gave y'all certain things to do, right? Watch this. So it says, if you will not listen to the Lord,
to observe to do all his commandments.
To observe to do all his commandments, okay?
And his statutes, which I command thee this day.
Remember that? In what I just read before? Who did he give those to? Who did he give the laws and the statutes to? Oscar? Who did he give those to? He gave them to Israel, right? He gave them to you. What nationality are you?
Black man.
Mexican? So-called Mexican, right? God will call you Issachar. You understand that? What's his name, Elijah? My man right here.
You said what?
Antoine. Look, when I'm going over here with Oscar and my man right here, we going over that the laws was given to us. And now we're trying to figure out why we so down low. Okay? And we're going to give solutions to come out from where we at. What solutions we can give to our community, right? To help build us up. Go ahead and read. Yeah, start over.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments, and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So it says, all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Let me ask you something. Is a curse a good thing or a bad thing, Oscar? It's a bad thing, right? So the Lord God said, yeah, I chose you. Yeah, you're a special people. In fact, you're my children. But you're not listening to me. And if you don't listen to me, I'm going to punish you. Right? That makes sense, right? If you have a child, he doesn't listen to you, you're going to punish him, right? So he told us what he was going to do. He said, look, I gave you rules. If you break the rules, I'm going to mess you up. So now we've been breaking the rules, and he's messing us up. Go to verse 16.
Verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city.
It says, cursed shall our people be in the city. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. God's chosen people. Cursed shall they be in the city. Let me ask you something. In every city, who fills the ghettos and the slums? in the world. Not just in America, not just in Sacramento, in the world. It ain't white people. It's our people. The ones who are breaking, the ones who the law was given to, and we don't listen to it. We're stubborn. We don't listen to we don't even look towards this Bible anymore. That's why we're in the conditions we're in. This has all the solutions for you, for me, for our families, for our community. But we don't even look at this book. And the Lord said, because of that, you're going to be cursed in the city. You're going to be living in the slums. You're going to be using Section 8. You're going to have to use WIC to eat. You're going to live paycheck to paycheck. Read.
Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field.
And it says, cursed shalt thou be in the field. Now, let me ask you something. In Mexico, Oscar, you know anything about Mexico? A little bit? Yeah, they over there in the fields right now, right? Picking strawberries, picking all sorts of things, and they making what, a couple dollars a day? They do it out here. I mean, shoot. Me and you go over there to the Walmart over there. They over there selling berries and oranges in front of the store. They doing it now, right? Also, but let's bring it up to today, Oscar, when we can really understand this. It says, cursed shalt thou be in the field. What about the work field? Let's talk about the so-called Mexican, right? In the work field. When you go and you wake up at 6 in the morning and you go to Home Depot, who's standing out front trying to find work? Right? And who pulls up to hire him? The white man, because he knows he can get a discount. Nope. Instead of paying fair wages, I'm going to give this man $20 an hour, what he deserves. I'm going to go to Home Depot, get a Mexican, and pay him $5 an hour. Right. And make him do twice the work. That's a curse. You understand that? You want to know what else? We're the last hire, first fire. Nope. That comes into everyone else, right? Say a so-called Mexican man gets a job, he's not going to be the first choice, but they can put the most work on him. Right. And then the first time he mess up, right, they're going to fire him. Same with me, same with him. That's a curse. You understand that? Let's go to 48. Watch this. I'm going to give you one more.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
So it says, therefore shall the children of Israel serve their enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee. Let me ask you something. In Mexico, what happened? Do you know what happened? You speak Spanish? Yeah? Think about it. Spanish, right? Is that your God-given language? Or is that taught to you by your conquerors? Who conquered Mexico? Spain did. And then they came, they taught you Spanish. The Bible is saying the Lord sent the Spaniards against you because you weren't keeping the commandments. But what did he call them? Read it from the top.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
It says, therefore shalt thou serve your enemies. In what?
Which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger.
Right, it says you're going to serve your enemies, which the Lord sent against you. So who is he calling your enemy? The Spaniards. But watch, we're going to get even more on that. So far we got the Spaniards, but watch this. He said we're going to serve them in hunger. Meaning, we got to go to them for food. Right. Now you might be like, well, there might be a couple of Mexicans, so-called Mexicans, that own farms. They got to go to the white man to own that farm. They can't just start a farm on their own. We're not allowed just to start planting stuff, a certain amount of stuff, and just do it on our own. We got to go get permission to do that. You understand that? Think about this. Where do you go to buy your food? To the grocery store. Who owns that? Who imports all the food? Who has 99% of agriculture in America, in the world? The white man does. If he don't want you to eat, you're not going to eat. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things.
It says, and in thirst, meaning you're going to have to go to them for your water, and in nakedness, meaning you're going to have to go to them for your clothes. You understand that? That's not just talking about Spaniards, that's talking about the white man too, because he run everything out here, right? He's saying those are our enemies, and we're going to have to serve them because we're not listening to the Most High. Go ahead.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
So now I got a question for you, because it says he shall put a yoke of iron upon our necks, right? You see this? This is a yoke of iron. Look at this, Oscar. Right here. This is a yoke of iron. You see that? That's what they used to put on our necks. Yours too, mine too. But he said it's going to be on us until we're destroyed. Do we have yoke of iron on our necks right now? Do you see a yoke of iron on my neck? Is there one on your neck? That means we're destroyed. That means we don't know who we are. That means we don't call ourselves Judah and Issachar no more, but Mexican. That means we don't search the Bible no more for the answers, but we search the homeboy on the block. We search the young YN dude right here. We search the drugs for solutions. We search the alcohol for solutions. We do everything but search this Bible. That's what it means. He took the yoke off because we was destroyed. Oh, these niggas is done for now. Take that yoke off. They homeborn slaves now. They're going to do what we say. They're going to fall right in line. You understand that?
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity.